Hello guys, welcome to Gadget Buzz, and today in this video I am going to tell you best smartphones ranging from 9000 to 18000. So let's start with our first device, that is Redmi 3S Prime. First I will tell the specs and followed by pros and cons. Then let's start with our Redmi 3S Prime. So display, it has 5-inch with IPS display, and resolution is 1280 by 720. Processor is Snapdragon 430 with Adreno 505. RAM is 3 GB and ROM is 32 GB. It weighs 14.4 gram, and its rear camera is 13 megapixel with aperture f2.0, and it has front camera 5 megapixels with aperture f2.2, and it has a fingerprint with good sensor, and battery it has 4100 mAh, and it supports expandable up to 256 GB. And let's start with our pros, that is 3 GB. It has 3 GB of RAM, battery good battery life, that is up to 2 days, and it has IR blaster with gyroscope sensor. Now let's go to the cons. It does not support full HD display, which is disappointing, guys. And it has hybrid slots, SIM slot too. So, and it does not has Gorilla Glass. So for Redmi 3S Prime, that's all. So our next device is Lenovo K6 Power, and it comes with two variants, that is 3 GB RAM and 4 GB RAM one. So I will talk about the 4 GB RAM variant, that is 10,000. It has a display 5-inch, and it has resolution 1920 into 1080p, and it supports full HD, and it has processor Snapdragon 430 with Adreno 505, and it has storage 32 GB with expandable 256 GB, and it has camera 13 megapixel rear camera and 8 megapixel front camera. It has battery life of 4000 mAh, and it gives backup up to 2 days, and it weighs 14.5 gram. So let's now go to the pros. It has good quality stereo speaker, good camera quality, good battery life, as I said, and at this price range you get a 4 GB RAM variant, which is quite awesome. And now let's talk to our cons. It has no IR blaster, and it has no backlit of the buttons, which is disappointing, and it has hybrid SIM slot. Nowadays hybrid SIM slots are quite familiar, so nothing much to worry. So our next device is Redmi Note 4, and the price is 11,000. It has display 1920 into 1080p resolution with processor Snapdragon 625 clocked at 2 GHz octa-core processor, and it has RAM 3 GB, 32 GB internal, and it comes with another variant that is 4 GB with 64 GB internal, and it weighs 175 gram. It has camera 13 megapixel rear with front camera with 5 megapixel, and it has battery 4100 mAh. Now let's talk about the pros. The pros is it has good build quality. It has IR blaster. Battery is it gives a long lasting battery life with a decent camera. And the cons are it has hybrid SIM slot. Other devices are also same, and it has no OIS, and no the camera is not so good. Its recording is average, and it has no screen protector. So our next device is Coolpad Z1. It has display 1920 into 1080p resolution with 441 ppi full HD. It records 4K recording in 30 fps, and it has RAM 4 GB with ROM 32 GB. It has camera dual camera with 13 megapixel f2.0 and front 8 megapixel with f2.2, and it has battery life of 4060 mAh, which is quite huge, and it weighs 167 gram. Now its pros is performance is very good, and display is good. It has IR blaster, which is quite interesting, and its con is it doesn't support OIS, and the main which point to highlight is it cannot be expanded. Yes guys, the storage cannot be expanded, and Another point is that it hits continuously, which is very disappointing. So our next device is ZUK Z2, and it is priced at 15,000. It has display 5-inch with 1920 by 1080p resolution. It has processor Snapdragon 820 clocked at 2.15 gigahertz, and it has quad-core processor. And it weighs 149 gram with it has RAM 4 GB and storage 64 GB. Battery is 3500 mAh with a 2 days battery backup, and it has camera front 8 megapixel and rear 13 megapixel. Now let's go to the pros. It has good quality build quality, 5-inch compact display, and it has excellent performance with good battery life, as I said. Then it has front camera is decent with good selfies you can capture. The cons are no NFC, and it has smart magnet, which is a huge problem. And the camera is average, and it has average loudspeaker with decent stereo sounds. Now our last but not the least device is Moto G5 Plus, which has been released a couple of days ago, and I'm going to tell about the specs followed by pros and cons. So it comes with two variants, 3GB and 4GB RAM with 16GB and 32GB internal. So I will talk about the 4GB variant. That is, it has display 5.2-inch with 1920 x 1080p display, and it has processor Snapdragon 625 clocked at 2 GHz octa-core processor, and it with Cortex A53, and it can be expanded up to 256 GB, and camera front is 5 megapixel and rear is 12 megapixel, and it has battery 3000 mAh with 2 days battery backup, and it has protection Corning Gorilla Glass 3. So let's go to our pros. That is, it has good build quality, camera is very good as compared to G4 Plus, which has been launched earlier, and it is based on stock Android, and it is water repellent. It supports 4K. It has good battery life, as I say. And cons are, it has no LED indication. Bundled headphones are of decent quality, and but I didn't like it very much, as it gave with the Moto G4 Plus and other devices also, and the loudspeaker is not so good. And that's it for the video, guys. Subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more awesome videos. Thank you.